Just look around you for a second. At the room you're in, at your own hands, everything you can see and touch, all of it, is less than 5% of the entire universe. So, what about the other 95%? Well, that's a complete mystery, and that's what we're going to explore today. This chart really puts it into perspective, right? That tiny little sliver, just 5%, that's everything we think of as reality. It's you, me, our planet, the sun, every star you can see, entire galaxies. The other 95%, that's the vast, dark, unknown cosmos we're about to dive into. So, what's really lurking in all that mysterious territory? Let's take a look at some of the most profound, mind-bending mysteries that science still can't explain. First up, we're going to tackle the very fabric of the universe itself. We're talking about the invisible forces that are shaping everything, even though we can't see them or touch them or feel them at all. Okay, so here are the two biggest players in that mysterious 95%. On one side, you've got dark matter. The easiest way to think about it is like invisible glue. See, when astronomers look at galaxies, the stars are spinning so fast they should just fly apart. But they don't. Something with immense gravity is holding it all together, and that's dark matter. Then you have dark energy, which is doing the complete opposite. It's this mysterious force that's pushing the universe apart, making it expand faster and faster. And if the universe keeps expanding faster and faster, where does that end? Well, it leads to this terrifying theory called the Big Rip. The idea is that this dark energy will eventually get so strong it'll tear galaxies apart, then stars, then planets, and then, eventually, it'll get so powerful it will rip the very atoms that make up your body away from each other. So the universe itself is deeply, deeply weird. But what about the signals we're getting from it? That brings us to our next big mystery, these strange messages we're picking up from the depths of space. I want you to imagine an intergalactic scream. That is basically what a fast radio burst, or FRB, is. These things are flashes of energy so incredibly powerful that in a single millisecond, a thousandth of a second, they release more energy than our sun does in a whole year. And they're happening all the time, all over the sky. And the craziest part? We have absolutely no idea what causes them. We first spotted them back in 2007, and now we think one of these things goes off pretty much every second. What's truly baffling is that some of them repeat. One in particular flashes on a perfect 16.35-day cycle, just like a cosmic lighthouse blinking at us from deep space. We just don't know who or what is turning on the light. But FRPs aren't the only strange signals we've picked up. This right here is one of the most famous of all time. So back in 1977, an astronomer named Jerry Ekman was scanning radio waves, and suddenly this perfect 72-second long transmission came through. It was exactly what scientists thought an alien broadcast would look like. Ekman was so stunned, he just circled the data on the printout and wrote one word, wow. And then it was gone. It just vanished. We have never heard it again. But maybe the most terrifying cosmic message is no message at all. Which brings us to an even bigger mystery, the Great Cosmic Silence. It's a question that was first asked by the physicist Enrico Fermi, and it's so simple it's almost scary. When you look at the sheer scale of the universe, with all its stars and planets, where is everybody? Let's just try to wrap our heads around these numbers. In our galaxy alone, just the Milky Way, there are about 200 billion stars. And there are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The math seems pretty straightforward, right? The sky should be absolutely buzzing with life. And yet, when we point our most powerful telescopes out into the cosmos and we listen, all we hear is silence. A deep, unbroken, and honestly, kind of terrifying silence. This is what's known as the Fermi paradox. It's that huge contradiction between how probable alien life should be and the complete lack of any evidence for it. It's led to some really chilling ideas, like this one here, the Great Filter. This is the theory that some event or some force destroys every advanced civilization before they get a chance to reach for the stars. The silence of the universe might actually be the most terrifying warning of all. Okay, so let's pull back from the massive scale of the cosmos and look a little closer to home. Let's look at the very fabric of reality itself, because, well, it holds its own very strange and spooky secrets. Let's talk about something called quantum entanglement. It's weird, so stick with me. Imagine you have 2 special coins that are linked together. You give one to your friend, and they travel to the other side of the planet.
The very instant you look at your coin and see that it's heads, you know instantly, faster than light, that your friend's coin is tails. That's entanglement. Two particles that are linked, no matter how much distance is between them. This whole idea of an instant connection really bothered Albert Einstein. I mean, it seemed to break the most fundamental rule of the universe, that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. He hated it so much, he famously called it spooky action at a distance. It really suggests that our universe is connected in ways we just can't see and still don't understand. But the spookiness isn't just happening at a tiny quantum level. It's also happening inside our own heads. Let's talk about the placebo effect, a phenomenon that proves our own consciousness, our own beliefs, can have a direct, measurable impact on our physical bodies. And this chart just shows how unbelievably powerful it is. Study after study confirms that just believing you're being healed can cause real physical changes. You give a patient a sugar pill and their brain releases its own natural painkillers, and they actually report feeling better. Some studies have even shown that placebo surgeries, where a doctor literally just makes a cut and sews it back up, can work just as well as the real thing. We know it works, we just have no idea how. And this incredible connection between our minds and our bodies brings us to our final and maybe our most personal mystery, the paradox of life itself. Just think about this for a second. You will spend about 1/3 of your entire life completely unconscious, vulnerable, asleep. Now, we know sleep is essential, right? It boosts your immune system, it helps your muscles recover. If you go without it, you'll eventually die. And yet science still doesn't know what its fundamental biological purpose is. Why would evolution invent a system that forces every complex animal to be completely defenseless for hours at a time, every single day? And you know, that really leads us to the ultimate question. You are made of things that are not alive: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So how did a pile of dead chemicals sitting on a lonely hostile rock 4 billion years ago suddenly create life? Scientists call this abiogenesis, and it is, without a doubt, one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in all of science. Now, we have found some incredible clues. We figured out how the chemicals on early Earth could have formed amino acids. Those are the building blocks of life. We've even discovered that meteorites brought fully formed amino acids here from space. As one scientist beautifully put it, it's easier to build a house out of Legos when they are falling from the sky. We've even figured out how RNA, which is like a genetic blueprint, could have connected with proteins. So we can replicate the conditions. We can assemble all the building blocks. We have the instructions, we have the raw materials, we have all the parts. But we have never, not once, created a living cell from scratch. We are still missing the most important ingredient of all, that mysterious, unknown spark of life. And that might just be the biggest unanswered question of all.